wanted to create a quick video on financial abundance, the flow of financial abundance, and how easily that gets interrupted, and other things that could be impacted by that. Um, it's interesting to know that once the flow is interrupted, that energy is in motion, energetics, behind the scenes from a spiritual perspective, that energy is in motion and it stays there until resolved. So my story is about when I was about 7 or 8 years old, around 1977. I went to bingo with my grandmother. I was such a small kid at that time, and my grandma came from town, which was about an hour away. She came to eat supper with us, and then asked me if I wanted to go to bingo. So I did, and it was a community hall not far from my home, full of smoke, like a lot of cigarette smoke. And I was so young, and everybody was quite older than me there. So my grandma had about 20 cards, bingo cards, and I had two. And she would have the bingo dabber, so they would call out a number, and she would take the bingo dabber and just hit every number she had, that every one, right? She just like that, and then turned to mine and just nailed my card where I had a number that I hadn't found yet. I wasn't very quick at it, but one thing happened is I won. It didn't take too long. I won, and I told my grandma I won, and she says, "Say bingo." So I said bingo, like in my little voice. And then what is interesting is I heard, like, everybody, like in the hall, you hear, oh, like they're exasperated, and like someone else won. So that made me wonder a little bit. But then when I got up, the table behind me were heckling me as I was walking forward, and they were not nice. Um, those people are probably about 110 years old now, so I don't have to worry about them, but my mind still remembered them. So I went and got my prize, and I came back, and I was shaking a little bit. And then the next game started, and I won right away. So I yelled bingo. Now, the room again, oh, and the people behind me were really not nice. And, when you're 8 years old, you take it a lot more to heart. So I don't remember the words, but they were speaking out loud like I'm ruining their life and all this stuff. So I just tried to make myself small. And I remembered I went to get my prize, and now this time they let me choose from two prizes, and I chose the Elvis Presley gold record. It was a record, and I did not know much about Elvis at that time, but it was a record, and it was the color of gold. So I played that record a lot. But I took my prize, I sat down at the table, and then they're like, "You better not win again." And I remember I was so nervous I did not play the next round. I didn't say anything, did not play the next round. Then I got my courage up and I played the round after that. And this time I had all the winning numbers again, but I did not say anything. I was too nervous. I shut down, and I was listening, and I could hear them call more numbers, and people weren't winning. It took probably another 10 numbers before someone won. So I did not collect a prize. I did not claim that I had anything coming to me. And as I mentioned, I tried to make myself smaller. So what happened is I interrupted my flow of abundance. And you think, well, that was just one instance, but your mind just remembers that and keeps those memories in the background. So it did restrict me over my lifetime. And what I'm curious is if, does anyone else have a similar story, or a story where something like that happened to them, where they know that they've restricted their flow of abundance? If you do, please, send me an email or just add a comment. I would love to hear from you.